My skin is super dry this morning, so I'm just gonna use a pretty thick moisturizer this morning. It's the CeraVe brand, which is my favorite like US drugstore brand. I don't use many US products. I mostly use Korean skincare products, which I find infinitely better. But for really dry, wintry skin, definitely recommend the CeraVe. What's it called? It's just the CeraVe moisturizing cream. They have a lotion as well, but the cream is the really thick one. And yes, I am wearing a little dress today because although it was snowy and in the single-digit temperatures in the last vlog, today is gonna be 70 degrees. So, you know, welcome to Oklahoma. I'm just gonna let this sink in, and I just pat it in, which I don't really know if it does anything, but it makes you feel like you're doing something, and at least like, you know, it's like when you're sitting in traffic and you would rather take the long way and be moving and doing something than just sit there doing nothing, even though it may be a little quicker. It's kind of like patting your skin, you know? Instead of just like waiting for the moisturizer to absorb. At least you're doing something, you know, and at least you feel like you're progressing. So that's pretty much absorbed by now. And let's just put a little bit of makeup on. So for concealer, I use the Milani. We are low maintenance. This is a brush that I desperately need to replace. I don't know when the last time I washed it was. Disgusting. Yeah, probably. Whatever. Don't know. Don't care really. And just good moisturized skin. That's what we try to focus on. We try to focus on having good skin so we don't need as much makeup. That is the goal. Moisture is your friend. I don't care what type of skin you have. Dry, oily, acne prone, combo, whatever. I don't care. You need moisture. And then we're gonna take the Maybelline Brow Gel. You do not need a $30 brow gel, okay? All does the same thing. This is my gap year eyebrow. Whoa, never seen that before. Lashes. I always like to try new mascaras, and I typically just go for drugstore brands because I have not found high-end brands to be any better. So I went for the classic Maybelline Great Lash this time, which I have not used since high school. I thought, oh, I'll try it again. It's a cult classic. Done. My hair is still air drying, so it's very fluffy right now, so let's just let that be. So I want to talk to you guys about my New Year's resolutions, and I know it's almost March, but I am still trying to unravel what I want to accomplish, what I want to do, and who I want to be after this year is over. Last year is the first year where I really was like, okay, we are setting goals and we are going to achieve them. And I did, and I was very proud of myself. So I wanted to obviously make some new goals for 2021. I feel like each year that passes is so distinct and so unique, and I feel like each year kind of just carries a theme, and you don't really know what that theme is until you look back and you're like, wow, this year really was all about this. If you want, you can let life naturally decide what that theme is. Or if you're like me, then you would rather decide for yourself. And so that is why I make my resolutions, is because I want to take control of my year, and I want to be the one who decides what direction I head. Let's talk about my resolutions. I don't have many, like I said, I'm still like kind of feeling them out, but I have 2 or 3 that I do want to share that are important to me. And the first one is be a better loser. Let's just be real, I like to win, and it's not even like, you know, ego boost, like I think I'm so good, like I've got to win everything. That's not the case. It's more of a, just different people get their value from different things. I get my value from being good at things. It's just a personality type. And so I like to be good at things. I want to win. I want to prove my worth to myself and to other people through my capability. And so when I lose, there is the distinct possibility that I will get frustrated or angry or pouty, or it's just not cute, it's just not gracious. And so I want to be a better loser. I want to win graciously and lose graciously, and that's all. Second on my list, I want to care with kindness. So I've been, I guess, recently learning that people can express care through a variety of different ways. And as ironic as it sounds, there are people who express their care through anger and aggression. And typically those aren't emotions that coincide with like loving and caringness, but it's true. I mean, even myself, I notice that I care about someone so much, and so if something bad happens or even potentially could happen, I get like defensive, not defensive, but like protective, and I can be a little mean, and I can be a little short-tempered, and and it can be kind of, I don't want to say nasty, I'm not nasty, but I have just noticed that I can get angry out of my care for someone else, and that is not a good and healthy and receptive way to show your love. So yes, I'm gonna be protective and I'm gonna be a little bit of a bulldog, but I want to focus more on caring with kindness than other more aggressive emotions. And lastly, I want to spend my year finding my passion. I am a very passionate person. I am a fire sign. I'm a type 3. We are ambitious to a T, and I have so much energy and just so much that I just want to give to something. I just don't know what that something is, and it drives me crazy. It just, I mean, whew, some days it really brings me down because I just want that spark. I want to have something that I can't help but invest in, whatever. You know, when I was growing up, that was sports, and all I cared about, all I wanted to do was play basketball. And I woke up and I had a mission and I had a goal and I worked hard at that, and I couldn't help but work hard at it because I loved it. And I miss that. I want to have something that I just can't help but do. And so this year I want to spend a lot of time exploring the things that I like, exploring the things I'm interested in, just taking action and seeing what lights me up and what doesn't. And both are equally informative into finding that passion. So that's even where this vlog comes from, is just exploring and doing things for fun and seeing how my soul reacts to it, because I have a lot of passion. I just need a direction for it. Those are my 3 main resolutions for the year. With that, I wrote a little paragraph kind of manifesting, projecting how 21 is going to end up, I suppose, for my personal self. I wrote, 2021 is about transitioning into the next long-term phase of self. It's the year I become financially independent. It's the year I rediscover all I'm truly passionate about. It's the year I plant myself as the person I am going to be for the next 5 to 10 years. The previous years have all been short-term Andys, necessary variations of the self that all build up to allow for this year, the rooting year. This is my rooting year. The last couple of years have all been building years and growing years and taking deep looks at myself and deciding, ooh, I like this part of myself, let's grow this, or I don't like this part of myself, let's work on this. And I am finally at a place where I feel like I am the most myself that I have ever been in my entire life. I feel like I am the most genuine Andrea, even if there's always going to be things that I want to work on. There's always going to be things that I will be pruning and growing and changing and adapting and evolving. Always. I'm not, I will never, I am the last person to think that I am perfect at all. But as far as just letting every aspect of me be free. And I've never been able to do that before. There have always been parts of me that I have hidden away. Always, always, always. And I have never felt more free in my life. And so with that, I'm going to take that. I'm going to plant myself as me, as the most me that I've ever been. I'm going to plant myself and I'm going to grow that. Those are my 2021 resolutions. If you have any of your own, I would love to hear them. Drop a comment down below. I'll read them through whatever, you get the gist. Just drop a comment and let's make this a rockin' year. Okay, whatever, I'm done.